parents, North High faculty and administration, and the class of 2020. Welcome to our 2020 Baccalaureate program. It is my pleasure to introduce North High's very own JROTC under the command of Sergeant Major Baker for the posting of our colors, followed by AESB President Mia Quesada for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, on. Mark time. Mark. Mark. Mark.
On this important occasion in our lives, we express our thanks for the past 4 years. We appreciate the encouragement and care our parents have shown us along the way. We are indebted to North High School and the community for their support and guidance. May the knowledge we have gained inspire us to work for a better world, and may we use the skills we have learned over the past years to leave a positive mark on society. The senior class has chosen 2 members of our North High faculty to speak to the class of 2020, Mrs. Cynthia Bernard and Mr. Jay Estabrook. In addition, you will be hearing from 2 members of the senior class, Samantha Valdovinos and Amber Kirsty. But before these speakers, I will turn it over to Principal Sheck for his remarks.
Welcome, family and friends, to the North High School Class of 2020 Baccalaureate Ceremony. A baccalaureate ceremony is usually a farewell address, and today we have 2 student speakers and 2 faculty baccalaureate addresses for your edification. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Class of 2020. Seniors, well done. I cannot overstate how much I will truly miss you. I miss the value of your lives represented as teenagers, as Saxons, as members of our learning community, and as the Class of 2020. The last few months have certainly been difficult. I must say this is certainly not what we had envisioned when we thought about our baccalaureate ceremony. But Class of 2020, I am convinced that no virus, no obstacle, no situation, and certainly no circumstance can separate you from your destiny and the life you were created to live. You will move mountains and you will change lives. For this, I anxiously wait. Your upcoming graduation commencement ceremony brings to a close your North High journey, but the start of another journey. Thus the word commencement, a journey. Our baccalaureate ceremony, however, is a moment for you to reflect back on your journey, to take a moment to appreciate where you've been, the work you have done, and special memories you can hold on to for a lifetime. The high school path for you is ending, and along the way it was fun, rigorous, sometimes frustrating, challenging, and rewarding, but you did it. We reflect and celebrate a culmination of your accomplishments, your choices, your lessons, your opportunities. Your path was and now remains your responsibility. Do well to embrace it with all of your might. Please remember, you were guided and supported by the people sitting beside you, behind you, and in front of you, by friends and family, and all of the teachers you worked with every day for the past 13 years. Be proud of what you have accomplished. And though your beginnings were small, I am confident that your future will be great indeed. Class of 2020, I will miss you. I wish you the best of luck and Godspeed. Go change the world. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker of tonight's program. This very talented young lady was awarded the very prestigious and competitive Edison International Scholarship, which is awarded to students focused in STEM education. And she was also named the 2019-20 North High School Academic Athlete of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Valdivinos.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it. I want to start off by thanking my family, friends, and North High staff that helped me every step of the way to get me where I am today. But most of all, it was our hard work and endless effort that allowed us at last to end one phase and enter a new one in our lives. Our class of 2020 is like no other. We entered life while the world was mourning during the tragic time of 9/11. And now we are graduating during a pandemic, nothing any of us ever imagined. Therefore, we were born ready to take on any challenges and changes life may bring. I know we can all remember our first day of high school. We walked into freshman year amongst a crowd of new faces and not knowing what to expect. But then you go to your first soccer game and you meet new people, and high school isn't all that bad. Sophomore year comes and your driver's license gives you the freedom you've wanted for the past 16 years. The SAT, AP classes, and state testing take most of your junior year, but it's all worth it because you're finally an upperclassman. Before you know it, senior year is around the corner and you're taking your senior pictures and pondering about college. You start to develop that so-called senioritis a little earlier than expected. You go to your last homecoming dance and you're trying to make your way to the center of the mosh pit. Then the realization hits you and you will never attend another game, and your sports banquet is the last time together with your team. And as we got closer to the end of the year, we realized that we were experiencing the last of everything. Although it is a difficult time for all of us, this year will only make us stronger because we are more united than we could have ever been. We began our high school career as children, and now we are leaving as adults. We know what our worth is and what we expect from ourselves, and the path we choose to take is different for all of us, whether that be attending college, going into the workforce, or spending time to figure out what we want of our lives. Now we wear our cap and gowns, and that bell we were so anxious to hear at the end of every class rang that Friday afternoon, and we didn't even know it was the last bell we would hear. And we are left wondering what memories our prom, grad night, and all our senior activities could have created. We were in the home stretch of this race called high school, and just as we saw the finish line, the race got called off. And yes, we have the right to be upset because our hopes of graduation have been snatched away from us. We can continue along this path of hopelessness, or we can go where there's no path and leave a trail, because what North High has taught us is to always be Saxon strong. So to the class of 2020, we can all agree that High School Musical got at least one thing right. We're all in this together. And I can't actually drop the mic, but Sammy Saxon out.
Thank you, Samantha. Our second speaker is a young lady recognized at this year's North High Achievement Awards by the English Department, the Social Studies Department, and for her service to school. She is also a student athlete trainer and valuable member of our school's competitive academic decathlon. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Kirsty.
Hello all, and welcome to Baccalaureate for the class of 2020. I know the year didn't end the way anyone wanted it to. Well, it hardly went the way anyone was hoping for. But this is how it ended, for better or worse. The year 2020 will go down in history as one of the weirdest years ever. We lost legends. There was another World War threat, and now the gamekeepers have released the UFOs, murder hornets, and a parallel universe. I mean, this year has been insane. But the craziest of all has been the global pandemic that we have been thrust into. It's cut our senior year short, taken away our goodbyes, prom, grad night, and even our traditional graduation, things all of us have dreamed of since we were little. I know that there's some people out there who feel robbed and helpless. And yeah, so many of our experiences have been taken away from us. But we can't mope about them forever. We are the class of 2020. We are the kids born right after 9/11, the kids who went into school during the Great Recession. We grew up during the rise of school shootings. And yet, through all of it, we persevered. And we aren't going to let a global pandemic stop us. We are the class of students who love one another. We support each other like a family, on the field, in the classroom, out on the quad, We band together to fight against hate. We are the most accepting class ever at one of the best and most supportive high schools there is. At North High, we are free to be ourselves. Race, gender, sexual orientation, none of that ever mattered because we are a family at North, a family that formed during the long hours on campus, going to classes, studying for exams, eating lunch in calf, or participating in the always loved multicultural assembly. This family that each and every one of us created will stick with us no matter where we go and help us to achieve so much more than we could have ever dreamed of. No one knows what the world is going to look like at the end of all of this, but we are the next generation. We are the ones who are going to change the world to be a place for everyone, a place like North High, a place where teachers open their doors during lunch for every single kid to have a place to stay, a place where everyone had someone who was in their corner to fight for them. Our time at North may be over, but the memories and knowledge that we have gained will stick with us forever. I know that our teachers, family, friends, and everyone else in our lives don't get to be there to watch us walk across the North High football field. But I know they are proud of us. We did it. We are graduating high school, even if it is at home in pajamas. I know none of this feels like we did something big, but we did. We made it through so much and proved to the world that our generation is not only tough enough, but also compassionate enough to handle anything that comes our way. We are the class of 2020, and we are the kids who have survived so much more than anyone thought we could. We are going to take all of our memories and experiences from our time here at North and take the world by storm. Thank you, North class of 2020, and congratulations on making it to this level of 2020.
Every year, 2 teachers are chosen to speak at Baccalaureate to share their wisdom with the graduating class. The class of 2020 chose these 2 teachers for the impact both inside and outside of the classroom. The knowledge they shared went beyond the classroom, past the art or the science. They were chosen because they cared enough to give their best, to challenge us to be our best, even when we didn't always want to be at our best, and represent what is most important in a teacher. It is my privilege to introduce our first speaker, our AP Environmental Science and Honors Chemistry teacher, Mr. Jay Estabrook.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm proud of you. I'm impressed with the way that you've handled the global pandemic, and I look forward to seeing you come back to talk to history classes about what it was like living through COVID-19. My name is Jay Estabrook, and I teach here in V25. I can't believe how much I've missed this classroom, my coworkers, and you over the last 2.5 months. I wonder if there's a few things that you've missed. Hello, students. The booking window for Saxon time closes at 3 o'clock. Split a piece of paper with a neighbor, we have a quiz. The sound of the school bell, or any human interaction, pair share, group presentations, projects, or maybe you miss a high five from Mr. Sheck, or a friendly check-in from Officer Tatum or Coach Pete.
Be on time.
Who would have guessed that you actually want to hear stories about Montana, bacon, and the boy from Mr. Stover? Or Miss Dupay somehow relate biology to Clooney and Berkeley? Or Mr. Wheeler work scuba diving into every chemistry lesson? Maybe you miss hearing Miss Abayane tell her story, her immigration story. Or Miss Bernard help you create magic while making you feel like everything is going to be all right. I bet you would love to hear Miss Nielsen tell you, "You need my class to graduate." Or maybe Miss Hendrickson's message every Friday. Bye, have a good weekend, make good decisions, don't drive with anybody who's been drinking. If you do miss any of these things, I hope going forward you can learn to appreciate the little things in your life that you enjoy. And when you do, actually say, if this is not nice, then I don't know what is. That's Kurt Vonnegut. Or you can go with Mr. Sperling and just say, Woohoo! Practice expressing gratitude for the good things in your life. For all the good memories that you've made at North High, I know that you've also had some stressful times over the last 4 years. You survived late night games and performances, 50 pages of a novel that you have to read, while practicing a dance for multicultural assembly, while ordering 300 pieces of chicken for food day. Then, when the food arrives, Mr. Aoki, Miss Hendricks, or any Spanish teacher won't let you out of class. But hey, you're done. You made it. Congratulations. Enjoy it. But get ready, because you're going to have some stressful times in the future. Maybe some tests, some papers, a broken heart, maybe the loss of a loved one. And more than likely, it'll all come at once. You'll feel overwhelmed. But remember, you survived the avalanches of the high school in the past, and you'll survive them in the future. You are resilient. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a big breath, count to 10, and say, E. Saying E fools your body because it's the shape of a smile. And your brain thinks you're happy, and you're going to feel better. It's true. I learned it at UC Davis. And remember, you're not alone. You always have somebody to talk to. Anyone about how you feel. Your North High community will always be here for you. Finally, I just have a few more things. Collect leaves and start composting. Start a garden and grow your own food. Solve the Rubik's Cube. It teaches goal setting, logical reasoning, and perseverance. Say it, explain it, give an example. Attack everything you do with reckless abandon. And never give up. One last message. I've enjoyed every minute of our 4 years together here at North High. I miss you. I hope that you'll keep being the fun, compassionate, hardworking, and enthusiastic young men and women that we've seen you grow up to be. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Estabrook. And now to address her last graduating class at North High School, a teacher who taught art and ceramics at North since 1992, Mrs. Cynthia Bernard.
My journey to this podium has been rich and exciting. I'm standing here among over a decade of tiles designed by my ceramic classes. How fortunate I have been to teach art and ceramics for 38 years, and that I have gotten to know over 7,000 stellar students along the way. When I was asked to be speaker by the senior class, I was honored and, of course, nervous. I asked myself, what will I say? Will it have meaning? How can I make a difference? I finally decided to give you pointers for living, a sort of Mrs. Bernard's hints for peace within your soul. First of all, love what you do. Be passionate about something and figure out how to get paid for it. As many of you know, I look forward to greeting my students at the front door daily, something I have truly missed these last 3 months. I still enjoy sharing the elements and principles of art with students and teaching them the amazing magic of ceramics every time we open the kiln door. We have learned that the world is a marketplace for creativity. Second, have a purpose and vision. Know who you are and that all is possible. My decision to become a teacher came many years after I was a freshman in college. College is a place of discovery. You study, learn, and make decisions for the life ahead of you. You meet countless challenges on the way which may alter your course. Look at our lives since the school closure on March 13th. You attended your virtual classes with hope and tenacity. Now, many of you will start college online, while others choose to join the workforce or military. Just never give up, no matter what. Always remember your present situation is not your final destination. The best is yet to come. Albert Einstein said, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Create, design, and give back to your world." Imagine a world with equity for everyone, climate change being addressed, cars that fly, everyone voting, and a vaccine for any virus, pandemic-free. It is your time, as it was mine in the 60s and 70s, to make the changes for a better future for all. Lift the human spirit. You can do it. Live your life with integrity. Doing the right thing will bring the right things to you. You always know it's the right thing because you are rewarded by peace. I caution you about isolation. In this world of cell phones, instant gratification, remote controls, social media, Netflix, and now with social distancing and quarantines, one can find themselves alone. Never stop learning from the people and the world around you. Invite a friend to coffee on Zoom. Take off those beaters and hear the birds while you walk around your neighborhood. Don't just grab the hem of life, put the whole thing on. Celebrate everything and be someone that makes you happy. You only have a few days left of this chapter in your life, and I hinted in September how quickly graduation would arrive. Before we knew it, Multicultural Week came. I will never forget your smiles as you proudly shared your cultural dances on one of the highlights of every year that I have been here at North. Now you can place your courage and strength on top. I have total confidence that you will answer your call of duty, and I'm not talking about the video game. Do the right thing. Always strive for excellence. People will notice. You will become unforgettable.
Thank you, Ms. Bernard, and to all of our speakers today. It has been our privilege to gather in honoring the class of 2020. Endless hours of work, study, and practice have gone into each graduate's preparation for today's events and their future endeavors. I would like to join my classmates in thanking our parents, teachers, and staff members for their support, guidance, and understanding over the years. And to my class of 2020, we are here today because of our efforts and dedication to our high school success. As we move forward in our lives, we must always remember, once a Saxon, always a Saxon. Thank you all for joining us today, and we wish you the best.
Well, here we are, living in the moment. And here we are, dreaming in the open. Now look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way. A new way. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Look ahead, we can see forever. shooting stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time, and these are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Standing at the crossroads, feeling how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds. Every moment is a heartbeat, and every breath feeling so sweet. And who can say what happens now? 'Cause this is our world, this is our time, these are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race, and we won't